Hello, welcome to the channel.
Hi, hi.
Today is August 10th, and the topic is perfection is the enemy of action.
Perfection.
It begins with a quote by Epictetus. We don't abandon our pursuits because we despair of ever perfecting them. We don't abandon our pursuits because we despair of ever perfecting them.
Mm-hmm. So you can still have a drive to want to achieve something without it being perfected.
Yeah, he's saying like you don't let your want of being perfect be something that stops you from doing something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because like if I look at music, for example, like I am practicing so I make more deliberate moves or something, right? AKA less moves to wrong places. So it's AKA wrong notes, right? So I'm trying to in some fashion perfect it so I don't land on wrong notes, but at the same time I don't need it yet, or so, you know what I mean? Like I'm okay with landing on the wrong notes still.
Yeah.
And it's totally fine. And it's like, because I don't need the perfection I think that I want it to be is like almost like it's surprising sometimes. I go like, oh my God, I played for 3 minutes and did not land on anything wrong. And I was all over the place, right? So it's kind of like, wow, that feels cool, but it's not a perfectionism. When I make a mistake, next time I go like, oh, that's not where it is. It's here. Yeah, it's like I'm adjusting it, right? So I keep doing it even though I'm not perfect at it. Yeah.
And there's something I think also different between like practice and like game time or performance or something, because practice you expect to be bad at the thing. You're like,
Yes.
Let me go make all my mistakes here. And now game time, like game time is what people are like psychologically beating themselves up over afterwards. It's like, oh, that play, why did I do that play?
Right.
You know, it's just like, it's mortifying to be out there
and making mistakes.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
And like, it's almost like in order to get over this perfectionism thing, we need to build up a tolerance for being like flat out embarrassed.
So see, that's funny, right? Because like I say like, well, I'm not after perfectionism because I practice, right? And like I practice even though I'm not perfect. I continue to make mistakes and I'm okay with it. But now I'll go like, oh yeah, so then go play out in front of others. And now I would have an excuse that like, well, it's not good enough yet. It's not. Right, so I would say like, no, I'm not a perfectionist, but it's not good enough yet. Isn't that perfectionism?
It's like a weird flavor of
right?
it. Like
it's like,
not...
well, I don't want, what's perfect? Perfect is like 0 mistakes ever, 0, 0, 0. Well, no, somebody's saying perfectionism is like don't make 5 mistakes or something, right? And I go like, well, it's not there yet. I will definitely make 5 mistakes. I will make 50 mistakes. So it's not there yet. I need it to be more, but maybe it's already there. And so what? You make 50 mistakes. It's, you know.
It's already there at a level that like now you can go work it out in front of others. And it's not going to be where you want it to be, but it's like normal and fine, and it would probably help you grow.
With embarrassment, yeah, for sure.
It will probably actually help you grow a lot faster than trying to grow in a silo.
Vacuum, yeah.
And be like, oh, I'm going to get this perfect and then I'll ship it out to the world. It's like, no, actually, I need to bring this like to 60% or like 70%. And that hurts. That like hurts to be like, oh my gosh, this is at 70%. Like,
it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Dude, my life, since I started working with Cass and she's been like, now you're going to go do this. Now you're going to go do that. Now you're going to go do this. I just feel like my life is like 24/7 embarrassment. Like, oh my God, like I'm like, the people who are participating and around me at this phase of my life, I'm just like, this is going to be such an interesting time to look back on one day when I get my footing underneath me.
I hope you'll see how hard you are being on yourself.
Yes, for sure. Well, okay, that is my perfectionism.
Yeah, that is your perfectionism. You're being.
I've gotten to the point where I can stomach the embarrassment, but I don't like it. So now that's my next frontier. Is
Would
like,
you say
could
you can stomach it? What's stomaching means?
Like I'll live until tomorrow if like a bus doesn't come run me over.
Yeah,
something.
but you're not happy during that. You know what I mean? You're like, like it's bothering
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've been able to stomach it, but I haven't been able to be okay, like to enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
So that's my next.
You're
frontier.
like, I'm okay with it. I'll continue to push this forward, even though it's not perfect, but I don't like it.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what Ryan has for us.
Okay. Ryan says, psychologists speak of cognitive distortions, exaggerated thinking patterns that have a destructive impact on the life of the patient. One of the most common is known as all or nothing thinking, also referred to as splitting.
Never or always. Mm-hmm.
Examples of this include thoughts like, if you're not with me, you're against me. So-and-so is all good or bad. Because this wasn't a complete success, it is a total failure. This sort of extreme thinking is associated with depression and frustration. How could it not be? Perfectionism rarely begets perfection, only disappointment. Pragmatism has no such hang-ups. It'll take what it can get. That's what Epictetus is reminding us. We're never going to be perfect, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
We're human after all. Our pursuits should be aimed at our progress, however little that it's possible for us to make. However little that's possible for us to make. Yeah.
Just move it forward. And when it moves, that's progress. And then move it forward again. Yeah, just a little bit, just a tiny little bit.
Move it forward, yeah.
Every day, every chance, move it forward.
I will say that although I don't like the embarrassment, when I kind of get out of that, whatever that game is or the challenge is, and then I look back on it, I am happy that I went through it. So there is this like recovery period that sort of like sets me up for the next round. And I will also say that...
So we're enjoying life afterwards in some way.
Yeah, because like I kind of proved to myself that I am different than who I thought I was and what I thought I was capable of in small ways.
During it,
I don't see it
while it's happening.
Because I want more improvement while it's happening. I want more improvement than what I'm getting.
More and faster.
Yes,
yeah.
I want to be winning more than how I'm winning, and that is frustrating in the moment. And it's not until later that I can look back and I can be like, "But dude, you got like 3 kick-ass goals here. Like that was like a sick shot. Like you're like." Upset that you like busted your shin over here, but like come on man, that was a great game.
Yeah, because on one day you might be like, I only got 3 people, this is the worst day. And then the next day you might be like, hey, I got these 3 people, oh my god, I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
And it's the same 3 people and it's the same result, right? But it's like, again, it's like, how are we looking at it? Like that's the right. And it's funny because the second you looked at it as like, oh, this is such a blessing that I even have these 3, all of a sudden, next day, there's 3 more. What? You know, like there's, and I'm not saying that they, like if you were continuously being like down by it, that those other 3 wouldn't show up. No, maybe they would. But isn't that funny, like how it it's like a good juju supports good juju, more good juju. Like we can continue to like, if we're looking at it in a way as this is a good juju, then more of that good juju will continue to come or something. Yeah, it's really, that's really the only control we have is like how we're looking at it. Does this suck or is this awesome?
how we're looking at it than how we're participating, engaging with the thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the thing. If you think it's awesome, you're gonna go engage with it amazingly, right? If you think it sucks, you're gonna have that relationship with it. You're gonna be like, I hate this thing, right? So it's like, it's the relationship with it. What is the relationship we have with these things, with these people, with these things, with ourselves, with our thoughts, with all of it? All of those connectors are relationships. Yeah. Good stuff. Good juju to think about. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for tuning in.